episode of the New Meta Podcast. I'm your host today, Emerald, as usual. And I do want to apologize. I meant to get this episode released earlier in the week, but so first of all, I was really busy, so I couldn't get to uploading for a little while. But the main problem was, when I went to go upload it, I realized that something happened to the file, the audio file, and it was gone. I don't know really what happened to it. This has happened before. Sometimes it just doesn't save, sometimes stuff like that happens. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today in our discussion about Houston. I am moving a little slower today. I think my internet is not doing super hot right now. We are kind of in the middle of really rainy thing. I don't know. I think some internet stuff might be down. Anyways. So, in first place at Houston Regionals in Texas, obviously, we have Yoshiyuki Yamaguchi. I can't talk. Sorry, guys. From Japan, playing Kangaskhan Absol Box. Now, I don't think there's anything specific in this list. Okay, so they are running the Cornerstone variant, which is a lot different and usually ends up not getting played as much, usually because you really only need it for the Dango matchup, which is still playable, so you really just want more techs for other matchups. So I can't see anything else in the list. I think 4 boss and 3 lilies is a little high, but 2 E-switch as well. But there's not really much in here that's worth pointing out except for the cornerstones. Just a more wall style list. And then in second place we have Miguel Angel Harin Herrera. I don't know if that's Angel or Angel. They are from Mexico. So I'm not entirely certain on that. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. With Dragapult Dusknoir, which I don't like this deck. I don't think it's that good pre-rotation. It just doesn't seem that good pre-rotation. It just doesn't. It has a Latios. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. I mean, yeah, it's a very basic list. The Hawlucha is probably the only. No jamming tower I noticed, which can be pretty detrimental in some matchups to your overall gameplay, but it seems to have done fine without it. It was probably actually what hurt Kangaskhan the most, or hurt him in the finals against Kangaskhan the most, because in that matchup you have to have jamming tower if you want to have any kind of chance. So probably wasn't expecting to hit the Cornerstone variant, which is where you need the jamming tower, but because it turns off Bravery Charm and it turns off Lively Stadium, which can basically fix the game for you. And then third place, Alex Szymanski with, I can't believe I'm saying this in 2026, Frostlass Munkidori. We go to the list, and probably the only thing that's making it good is the Mega Frostlass opening up for lots of in-game plays. That's really the only notable thing. I'm not super familiar with Frostlass Munkidori, and of course, why would I? So, I'm assuming the Mega Frostlass is just fixing a lot of math and fixing a lot of matchups. So, that's just surprising to me. Fourth place, we have Henry Chow, and I will give you all one guess on what he was playing. And if you guessed Charizard EX, you were wrong. It was Gardevoir. What? Henry Chow playing Gardevoir? I'm so shocked and appalled at this realization. Running a Mega Diancie I almost said DX. EX. That's about it. The Team Rocket's Watchtower in here. as well as the TM Devo, some interesting inclusions. Also, one less candy than they usually run, but I think this is a little bit slower list. Though he is not running the Jellicent. He is running one Frillish, but no Jellicent, which is pretty surprising to me. 5th place, we have Kevin Lynn with Grimmsnarl Frostlass. This list also looks pretty standard. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here. Wait, I think, yeah, the Bravery Charm is a little bit out of the ordinary. I would not expect that, but overall seems like a pretty standard list. Probably just fixes some math for certain things. And then in top 8 again, Joseph Bjerg. This name keeps popping up, and I think I keep pronouncing it wrong. Another Frostlass Munkidori. Like, what are we doing here? This also has the Elgyem, which slight shift, move an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of their Pokemon. I'm assuming that is for the Dingo matchup, because if they like discard a bunch of energy, maybe to knock out your Mega Frostlass, because they need 7 energy for that. They maybe don't have the energy. I don't know. Or no. I guess that could be for a lot of matchups, but I don't know. As I said before, I'm not super familiar with these Frostlass Munkidori lists, so I wouldn't really know what I'm getting into here. I've also been kind of just out of Pokemon a little bit recently, so just really preparing for rotation. I'm sorry this one is going really fast. I'm only spending like a minute on each list, but there's nothing super crazy here, or maybe I'm just missing some stuff. 7th place, Sammy Goldsheen. I think that's either Goldskine, I can't pronounce people's names. I'm so sorry. With Dragon Ball Dusknoir again. Only thing out of the ordinary here is the Hawlucha again. This guy is running 2 Jamming Towers. He knew what was up. Unless I missed something in the 2nd place list. Actually, let me go back and check that, because I probably missed something in Miguel's list. Yes, he was running 2 Jamming Tower. Never mind. I am so sorry for that mistake. I need to pay better attention to the list I'm looking at, and I apologize for that. And then 8th place, Liam Halliburton with no surprise in Zoroark EX here. Also running the Elgyem. Running 2 Luminous Energy simply so you can get that up and running. Not 100% sure why these are running. Okay, yes, I do remember, because in the first recording, I do remember why. Because he runs the Nighttime Mine. You're in the Elgyem, you put down the Nighttime Mine. Makes it so that Terra Pokemon need 1 more colorless energy to attack. So what you do is you put that down, you put Elgyem down against Pult, and you move their Neo Upper to like a Badoo or something. And then you monkey their Badoo next turn. And then they lose their Neo Upper permanently. And then they still have like 3 turns they need to catch up with. So, and it was not just, this list was not just played by him. It was played by a bunch of other people, I would assume, in his group at this tournament. So I don't really want to discuss any more of Houston. There's not really much else. Otherwise, it seemed like pretty standard. There's Lucario in here. Rotation hasn't happened yet, buddy. I don't know if you know that or not, but we're still waiting on rotation. There's not, like, if you keep scrolling down, there's an Alakazam, a couple Crustals. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here. There's an Iron Hands Magneton, but, like, we're in top 128 territory now. And that is Houston. That's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for staying tuned. The Noodle and the Thinker is back up and running. We are now uploading episodes still. So that is back. Go check out the New Meta YouTube channel on YouTube, obviously. Where else would you find it? At the New Meta Podcast. We only have one, maybe 2 episodes up currently. Working to get more. It's just, it just takes a little while to get everything finished. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Oh yeah, Spreaker, Spreaker.com. You can make your own podcast there. Really great platform. Go check it out. SPREAKER.com. Check it out. It's really great. You can make your own podcast there. It's free. It's simple, which is a problem I've had with a lot of other things, it not being simple. So, that is all I have for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace out.